Good evening folks, I'm Baroque and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. We're clearing out a lot of companion quests. We move on with the main story, getting the Veil Jumpers to help us track down the gods in Arlathan. Without further ado, let's get stuck in. And we're all doing well this evening. Get yourselves a warm beverage, wrap up in a blanket. Hope your day went well, ready for the weekend. Alright, we did do a check-in with everyone, so we should be all clear. Excellent. Let's see, we're on 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 7, and 8. What's glowing on here, Tash? Nothing I can see, game? Odd. Okay, well, it's our Arlathan with the Veil Jumpers, so we'll take Bellara. Who's lowest next to... Probably Lucanus again? Same screen. And before we finish the playthrough, I will not get used to that. I will keep doing it. Let's go have a natter with them. See what they can do for us. Changed up our outfit.
Finally got the rubble cleared.
See how we go. I like a bit of a cape. Didn't know I was going full crow with it. So many pouches on this play piece. I can respect it. How are we doing? Those are two notes I've seen before.
Strife, I got a tip there might be trouble here in Arlathan.
You're just in time. We've got a problem.
I was out with a scouting party, and we spotted the Venatori moving into the area.
Ah, it's Venatori, is it?
Directed by Elganan or Gillenane. They have to be. The Grey Wardens warned us the gods were heading to Arlathan, but why bring the Venatori?
We don't know. That's where you come in.
Every time I bump into the Venatori, there's some kind of evil rune, ritual, or relic involved.
Or all three.
I'll give you the rough location where we sighted them, but you might have to search beyond that.
They want something, and we need to know what they're up to.
I'll find out what it is.
Feel free to take out as many of them as you can. This is our forest.
Imagine it'll be that spot at the top where we couldn't explore further. And up, it's dead on in the middle. Not up here. Let's have a gander then.
This place makes the back of my eyes hurt.
This was the center of a war between Tevinter Magisters and ancient elves. Blood magic everywhere. The Magisters destroyed Arlathan City. That kind of magic leaves an impression.
Sorry, chat.
Venatori, Irilin was right.
Let's kick him out.
Fuck.
That's the last of them.
Oh, that was quick.
Now, what were they doing out here?
Looks like they set up a camp.
Let's take a look. Not sure what this is. Bellara?
It's Dalish. There's a Dalish camp nearby. If the Venatori hit them...
They could be in trouble.
Let's go. Now.
It's not Venatori, that's random forest demons. No game, it was just easier to use my shield. Moving on.
We've seen Venatori out here before. They're always looking for relics. I wonder if that's what the gods have them hunting for.
Seems to be a likely suggestion, Balara. Oh, whoops. That's why that one was left.
More Venatori.
Why? Very silly ragdoll.
Looks like we got them all. This many Venatori in Arlathan is just wrong. I've never seen it like this.
At least we're headed the right way.
That's where that
Forest
prisoner
is
was.
as weird as ever. Come on, rock seems stable enough. Let's get through here.
One of those weird. We've already explored this place, Rook. We've been through. We've done side quests here. It's fine. Where around am I going? Stable enough. Aye. Never consider magically floating as stable. Oh, a new way through.
Balara, there's Venatori ahead.
Galadar, stay put. We'll take care of them.
You seem to be a little stuck. Dear oh dear. It's a lot of Illuvians. They're trying to find a way into the crossroad again. Am I matching three symbols? Is that what's happening here?
Galadar, what's happening?
The Venatori are rounding up Dalish. I locked that barrier, but some of them already got through.
Hold on. Rounding up Dalish?
There are more Dalish inside the ruins. They were camped there.
All right, get back to Stripe and Irelin and let them know. That didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah,
The
it's
symbols need to be matched.
Yeah, I can see, Blaura. I was just hitting the button preemptively. We've got an LT swiggle. And that one.
That worked. Keep going.
Followed by a big squiggle and a cut off 8. That will be you. And a 6 and a backward 7.
Well done.
Time to get moving.
Venatori plans are always twisted. They wouldn't come here at random. They want something.
There they are. What do you want?
Oh, a whole ass Dalish camp back here. Evening, AJ. How are you doing, bub? Ready for the weekend, I hope? Get on fire. Swine. Mini drop kick. Listen, you. I'm just trying to charge up my attack.
The job's done.
Not soon enough.
Still don't know what they're doing here. Let's keep looking around.
Interesting that it's a boat. The Dalish do move around a lot, and then you convert your boats into homes. It's kind of like what the Arathi were doing in WoW. I'm glad to hear it, bub, and glad there's a holiday on the horizon for you. You get there. They'll fly by before you know it. There's no getting over that way. No getting into some meteor ruins.
The bridge is out.
The other veil jumpers must have shut it down to keep the Venatori out. Has to be a power crystal around here.
We're always right next to it, Balara. Honk. Nope, still sod all good enough. Here you go, little crystal. Well.
Listen.
Someone's in trouble. Come on.
Oh, a D&D weekend for you, AJ. I hope you enjoy and have some wild
I
adventures.
see them. We have to end this. Leave this camp alone.
I think they've already done their work, Rook.
Go through me. These are my people.
Why do you need blood sacrifices, I'm guessing? Big clump.
If you leave now, we might let you stay alive.
Look at this. The only problem, or rather the main problem, with this two-handed and going for like a charged weapon build is it takes a moment to get charging, and most things can interrupt me. I need to be doing more of that. The countering works pretty well.
There. No more taunting for that one.
There we go. Once you get a couple swings off, it's fine. And some of the gameplay I've seen from the Rogue and Mage seems... what's the word? Sufficiently different. Some of the Rogue stuff almost look like a different game sometimes, how quickly you were getting about. Oh, that's a bit odd. The end is here. An old note found in the wardroom. It's all coming apart. Arlathan is doomed. Even mages are making sure of that. I've never seen blood magic unleashed like this. They're destroying everything in sight. Future generations will only know us as a myth. An age remembers by ruins crumbling in the forest. The damn fools don't understand it could get much worse. Their blood magic won't just vanish. The evil doesn't just disappear. It will fester forever, rotting away, spoiling Arlathan Forest for centuries to come. That we can do something about. Those of us left can align our energies. These wards will keep the blood magic at bay. It will never go away, but if we contain it, future elves might still call this place home. Elves. So they sacrificed each self in this warding ritual. Where's that treasure chest behind me, game? See it on the map. Can he hide from me? I'll have you. Ah, the lawful good edgelord. It seems like you'll have a good time with it. Ah, there you go. Do you have any inclination as to where your first session's starting? Are we going to standard tavern? A prison break? An on-mission monster hunt? Or is it a surprise? Shield and a memento. Days of death. Humble hands writing of a new life that ends. Of food, shelter, and whatever does to a body that can die. We barely lived beyond the fall. Now, these ruins are going to be a lot about fallout from when the Tevinter Mages first came here. I wonder if the statues are depicting Gillenane or a different one. Give me that weave.
Now let's see what they've done with the Dalish.
In a moment, Rook. There's this way. Looks to be a shortcut back out again. Oh no, little side room. A bit more loot. Well, this will be wrapping up the whole area. Ooh, very fancy new things to explore then, bub. Always fun to see people stretch their creative limbs when it comes to building their own worlds. It was a part I missed greatly. Took a lot of practice, but it's a lot of fun when you make something and folks can come in and enjoy it. And they always enjoy the bits you least expect. Ah, it's the funnest part. The unexpected. It's another puzzle door.
Get you out of there. Hang on.
More symbols, like before.
Shouldn't be hard.
P and Z. But you're right, Rook. It's not hard. The answers are right here. S and another squiggle. One on the floor, which is 6 and backwards 7 again. And then upside down 6. That looks like 99. There you are.
All right, that did it. Let's see what she has to say.
And a dead end.
It's okay, you're safe. I'm a veil jumper. What happened here?
That other veil jumper died making sure I was safe. She sealed the barrier before the Venatori could get me.
What about the rest of the Dalish?
They took everyone. Kidnapped them all.
Why? Where'd they go?
I don't know. Their leader said they need Dalish blood, some sort of sacrifice.
No, we predicted as much.
Sacrificed? Why am I not surprised?
This just got a whole lot worse. We need to figure out where the Venatori took them. Let's look around.
If they lay one finger on those prisoners.
Dead Venatori here. Nothing unusual. Not much to go on.
It served a lot better to have looser plans, like, especially in my earliest days of doing it, there were pages upon pages upon pages, and then you realise they might just go left. So as long as you have some loose idea, I think bullet points work quite well.
Glass here too.
Strange.
Any kind of big build-up you do, it's always stuff you can come back to later.
Useful. No mention of a location.
As long as you can know that there's rails without actually being on rails.
Well, doesn't look like the Venatori brought many supplies with them.
They must have a nest close by. We find it. Maybe we find the Dalish.
Wait, the glass we found. There's a crater here in Arlathan. Thousands of years ago, blood magic destroyed that area. All that energy turned the sand to glass.
That's where we're going then.
The Venatori didn't come very far.
They must have taken the Dalish to the crater.
What are we doing, Strife?
We got here as fast as we could.
It's bad. They're kidnapping Dalish to sacrifice them.
What?
You're serious?
The bastards just swept in and raided this camp. The Dalish didn't have a chance.
The Venatori have always been cruel, but sacrificing our people? Where did they take the prisoners?
The lake. The old crater.
We have to do something.
We'll find them. But it'll take time to put together a rescue
Don't be silly,
party.
Strife. We're going now.
Don't take too much time. We need to stop this.
We will.
Oh, don't have all that build up and tell me it's one of them quests I have to wait for. Sometimes the consequences can be just as silly. It often works out. The Venatori have taken Dalish prisoners into Arlathan crater, and the team must prepare a rescue mission before it's too late.
Let's head back to the lighthouse. We'll meet the Veiljumpers there.
How odd that we wouldn't just carry on to that, unless the crater's like a separate map. I suppose. Kind of feels like what they mean. See what they have to say back at base. And I thought we were enlisting their help to track down the gods. Oh. Thanks for the help. Rook and Tash. Irlin says your team took down the Fang Scorcher. Leif and I were with the Veiljumpers getting civilians out of the area. We're used to dealing with demons angry at all magic, not dragons angry at interlopers. We hunkered down as best we could. She wouldn't have gotten to us eventually if you hadn't drawn her away and defeated her. We haven't seen any further signs of Antam activity in Arlathan, but we'll keep our eyes open. In the meantime, we're helping some villagers rebuild safely. Thanks for the help, Garrick and Leif of the Veiljumpers. You're all welcome. Have been any pop-ups? Several quest pop-ups. We'll chat with the Veiljumpers in a minute. Grim Bonds isn't a name of a quest that knocks out side quests as far as I'm aware.
Tell me about Anaris.
He is the light, the hope of Elvenan, the bringer of...
Tell me about the war against the Evenuris.
Oh, Valara's going deep into it.
Even now, the armies of Anaris wage a glorious war against the...
Tell me about the armies.
The chosen of Elvenan, made pure and stripped of their want to serve the great Anaris.
A humbling consequence, AJ.
So
Love to see it.
demons. He made an army of demons. Damn it, Syrian. What have you done? Oh, Rook.
What are you hoping to find out from the archive?
About Anaris? What would make Syrian work with him? But everything I found out, it just makes it worse. And now Syrian wants to meet, to explain himself.
It's kind of hard to explain turning
Screams
people
a trap.
into demons.
I know. Talking to him again, knowing what I know, it's hard. Beyond hard. And that's if this isn't all a big trap.
Listen to your gut. Would he really try to lure you into a trap?
I would have said no before all of this. The Syrian I know cared, loved his people more than anything. He kept me grounded, focused, made sure I was okay. And I took care of him, protected him because I loved my little brother and I owed him. But what he is now, who he is now, I don't know. I'd hoped the archive would make it easy. Tell me it was a misunderstanding. But Anaris is evil, full stop. And if my brother's working with him...
I know this is hard for you, but you know we have to stop them, right?
I know, I get it. He's my brother, though. The day he died, or I thought he died, it was the worst day of my life. I don't know if I can do that again.
So what are you going to do?
Meet with him.
Are you okay with that?
No, but I need to talk to him. Convince him he's wrong.
And if that doesn't work?
Will you come with me?
Absolutely, Balara.
Of course.
Thanks, Rook. Really. Just tell me when you're ready.
Steady talk of pie makes me hungry, AJ. It's always a delight to see, especially when players don't expect it. Into the kitchen and then to Lucanus. Can we check in with the others? Oh, we're being friendly, you two.
What?
I saw a spirit of devotion flickering for a moment.
Like a demon?
Not at all. Spirits of devotion are kindly. One sees them around new couples from time to time.
Like me and Rook?
Oh, it's a harmless spirit. It only wishes to observe your happiness.
That creeps me out,
Okay,
Emmerich.
as long as it stays a spirit. Tell it to stay out of corpses.
Devotion would never use a corpse.
But you will tell it.
If you wish.
They're sword edged by it. Yeah, oh, look, a new relationship. We're going to watch, says the ghosts.
Good, you're here.
What happened?
A note from Viago.
Ilario's making his move.
A big one. He's hosting all the talents of the crows at Katarina's villa.
He's going to try and kill all the top assassins.
That's a good way to get himself killed. Unless he's got something up his sleeve.
Maybe he thinks his blood magic will be enough to control them all. We have to do this carefully. Ilario has to be expecting us.
You think he knows that we know about him and Elganon?
He wouldn't be avoiding us otherwise. Be ready for a trap.
I always am.
Fantasy party, there's usually a trap, or an escapade, or an explosion. Something tends to go wrong. Even the most innocuous dinner. Speaking of consequences, you can set up a lavish feast and suddenly things can go terribly, terribly wrong. Party members accidentally insulting guests, trying to steal things. How are you doing, Davrin? Found the Gloom Howler yet?
Hey, Rook. Have time for something outside the lighthouse?
I know you want to
I was
chat.
going to head to Arlathan with the sun. See a real sky again. You're welcome to join us.
Fair enough. Oh no, it's more truffle hunting.
There's something I need to do back home.
Everything all right?
Yeah, just chasing Aelia. It brings a lot up. If you're around, maybe. I'd take the company.
Sure thing, Nev.
More check-ins. A good old whodunit can be quite the romp.
The fires are lit.
Find it hard, or I did find it hard to create mysteries. Sometimes players are just so, like a lot smarter than the mystery I've set up, and I'm, oh no. Are you worried that they're going to figure it out immediately? Maybe under-prepare, over-prepare. Something that seems really obvious to you is not as obvious to the players. And mid-session, you're flying by the seat of your pants, trying to either make it less obvious, more obvious. Okay, we'll start from Minrathus, work our way along and round. Hello, cat.
Remember the fallen? Allow me.
No.
The lights are magical and require a mage's touch.
Hey, Viper. Didn't realise you were all hanging out in the chantry.
A light for Hector, for Lorelei, for all shadow dragons.
Those we have lost. And those we may still lose.
Considering you're blighted, you're doing... You're keeping on, Viper.
For the fallen of Minrathous.
In the long hours of the night, when hope has abandoned me, I will see the stars and know your light remains.
Glad the 40k mystery ended up going well. I remember you saying. Joy when it all comes together.
Echoes back in Aeternum.
Always cherished.
Never forgotten.
This must be right where they're camped up now, I guess. Just hadn't come back around this way. Never has a personal errand in Docktown. She won't mind the company. And the Viper will have to do the calling, or the joining rather, for the Grey Wardens if he wants to survive through it. See where it ends up. I expect heroic sacrifice rather than just peeking out.
Wall of light.
A light to remember the dead.
Unless the family lacks mages to keep them lit, or the money for one, then you're left in the dark to vent his subtlety. This was Brom's.
Rana's old partner.
His light was out when I got here. I should have been back sooner.
Not your fault.
The light drawn echoes back in Aeternum.
Formalities. He wasn't big on those, but he'd appreciate it. I'm stopping Aelia.
Looks like we had the same idea.
Rana.
He read serials between assignments. Romance. The last one ended on a cliffhanger. He was sure he knew the ending.
Oh.
I never checked if he was right.
Can always read it.
I'm sure you could find the final chapters.
Read it over his grave. You know?
Not sure I want to.
Pretending it ends well. We can give him that.
You're not the only one chasing Aelia. I've tracked some of her followers. They aren't quick to talk. Most said I'd be saved soon. But I did get the name of a place. Sanctum Lusican.
Ominous formal name, tied to Elganon. Off to a good start.
You forgot the catch.
It's an old temple. A lost one. If there's a record of its location, I can't find it.
It's that one at the edge of the city
It's
we
more
can't
than
get to
have.
yet.
I can track this down.
And you'll tell me? Look, I know who else you work with, what they might suggest, but what are you going to do?
What it takes.
Things are bad, but Docktown needs to see...
What? Venatori overrunning
Oh
their
no,
home?
this is the choice you made
Taking away
yesterday.
who and what we love?
They see you, Nev.
Is that all? We're running out of choices, Rana. We need to take the ones left.
Brom's light. Thanks.
Sure.
But Brom, who tried to help. That mattered. Always does. Oh, you're from the spirits of the different folks who were murdered in the city. We killed that demon.
As you found their names, I felt them whisper through the
Oh.
vein. My own name changed. I am now Eulogy.
That's
I will
nice.
remember them. A light glowing in memory.
That means a lot.
God. We're all just here saying cheers for doing the side quest. We'll look after the dead. I'm sure she won't go too off the rails. It's working with a crime syndicate to kill slavers. think we'll be alright. Most of it seems clear for now, though, so I imagine her last side quest will pop up soon. Back to the forest for truffles. I assume. And for Bellaris to talk to her demonically possessed brother. I think we'll do the nice quest first with Davrin. And speaking of that time frame, that'll be that god he serves again. Making such speeches. Real Sith looking elf fella. First, truffles for a griffin. Unless we get ambushed.
Hezenkos. I've seen the type. Dangerous and damn slippery about it.
You're right. She held such promise. I only wish, but wishing for the alternative, you'd find that naive.
Can't say it changes things. Can't change that you were friends once, either. And for that, I'm sorry.
I thank you, Nev.
So rarely hear them natter on.
Hey there, Rook.
Hey, Davrin. Davrin's idea of a relaxing picnic in Arlathan Forest goes slightly awry thanks to a culinary mishap. Yep, I don't think you needed to tell me, Gabe. What's the mishap?
Picnic,
See, now I'm on edge.
Not how I pictured hanging out with a monster hunter.
Evka and Antoine's doing. They told me after all the Wardens have been through, and what's ahead, I should take a break.
I think they were
I'm
right.
surprised you actually listened.
You know how sad Antoine can
Let's
look.
see pot.
So what did you pack for the picnic?
Emmerich helped me brew a
Griffin
gingerwood
feathered
truffle
teapot.
tea. I thought we'd see what all the fuss is about.
Oh no. I like those berries where you trip balls and get
Has Zarek
paralysed.
actually tried this tea out yet?
He looked it up in some books. Says people used to drink it all the time.
And lived to tell about it?
Bottoms up.
Aye, for the most part. There's a lot of private detective helping people out.
That's not bad.
Getting very any means necessary though, but nothing
Ginger,
too crazy.
Also garlic, hints of mushroom, and something else. Oh, well, I've never eaten a worm, but yeah, it's a little earthy. Wait, what? There, Davrin.
What?
Assad spoke. He said worms.
Assad just talked to me.
Huh? What did he say?
Let's come back to Squawks.
No, not that. What you said before.
Emmerich said gingerwort might have some kind of magical properties.
More than mine.
Drink more of it, Rook.
Maybe it affects some people more than others.
I'm a dwarf. I should be more
right,
resistant. Says worms again.
Worms to you too, Hassan.
Worms?
Yeah, you wouldn't get it. It's between me and Hassan.
You want to dig some up for him? Be my guest.
I'll skip that. Thanks for getting me out of the lighthouse, Davrin. And with good company.
Hey, it's helped her well. In a city like Minrathus, trying to make Nug. It just glitched straight through the floor. Hate them. I've hated them since the first game. There was a trophy for finding a load of them in the first game. I can't quite remember it. Goddamn nugs. An Ogren, your dwarf companion in the game, won't need constantly be going like, "You're a bloody nug humper, you are." Like, hey. He was a silly drunk. Belara, is this just going to be a conversation, do we think?
Hey, Rook.
Lara intends to convince her brother to leave Anaris' service. She could use some support. Aye. Does any of these quests that are listed as conversation are always just that?
Okay. I am surprised.
You grab him, Bellara, or take the
I
mask off
almost
his head.
did. With everything that happened, I didn't want to. But you're my brother. Still. Even with all of that.
Take his mask off.
Did you come? Alone?
Yes. Though you didn't.
Your eyes
What
aren't
about
red at the
what happened
moment.
To Hamuel, to Yanarl, the others.
The ritual should have granted them purity, strength. That it did not. That is my failure. I was not worthy. I will do better. I must do better. For Inaris. For our people.
Try and keep it light.
People Inaris killed and turned into demons with that ritual.
He's willing to do whatever he must to save us.
Oh no.
To make the hard choices. The Evanuris. Solus. They would sacrifice us to their ends.
He's a warlord. That's all he is. All he ever was.
So said the Evanuris. But the victors write the histories. He fought to make our people great. And the Evanuris fought to keep them in fetters. He showed me.
They were all bad, goddammit.
The world as it once was. As it could be again.
How many elves have to die to get there?
Greatness requires sacrifice.
Oh boy.
No. That's not the Syrian I know. He's influencing you through the mask. Poisoning your thoughts.
Get it off him.
My thoughts remain my own, Bellara.
That's even
Why
worse.
can you not accept that I chose this willingly? Through this mask, I feel what he feels. When he thinks of our people rising once more, have you ever felt the warmth of a god's happiness or the cold bite of their fear?
What is it he's afraid of then?
I'm not sure, but it haunts him, consumes his thoughts. I must help him. Help us to face whatever it is.
So he hasn't told you what it is he's afraid of?
No, but no doubt he keeps it from me for good reason.
Feel like he's gone more off the deep end than that. See if we can get him out. It'd be nice to be able to save him for Bellara.
Keep helping him.
More of our people, Syrian. You have to see that.
With some
This isn't you.
evil god corruption happening.
Not the real you.
Give us the mask.
You were my anchor, Syrian. You kept me grounded. When my thoughts lied to me, you always told me the same thing. Do you remember? Trust your heart, Boris Shivan. It's a good heart, and it'll never lie to you. So why won't you trust it now?
Take the mask, take the mask, take the mask.
I must do what I must.
Damn it.
Me too.
Wait, why aren't we stopping him now?
To stop them. Him.
Yes, Rook, turn us around.
I know. Come on. You've got work to do.
I guess we'll wait for them to do something hellish then, Black Car. Another bump of main quest, and I think all these companion side bits are going to get to where Harding's was and be at the end of things. We're approaching the end. Right, nothing else has popped up in Arlathan. Apart from this path, which I assumably still can't go down, which leaves one chest unopened. Yeah, I'm not going to go look, I just assume it's one I can't get to yet. Right, we have fancy dinner or a dragon. Dragon first, then dinner. Work up the appetite. Unless we're just discussing a dragon, as might well be the case. Hello, kittens. We've had word of a ship getting attacked by a dragon. A big one. Maybe even Cataranda herself. Just off the coast. Keep an eye out for survivors. And if one of them is that Alphared, tell him to get back here so I can give him a mild stabbing for idiocy. Hugs and kisses. Isabella.
Storm Riders get really possessive about their hordes. She'll be tracking the scent of anything that got taken.
Looks like they're talking about a dragon. Cataranda?
Cataranda the Storm Rider. She's bad. She's real bad. Breathes lightning, like the Vincimer.
Oh, it's going to have the same attacks as the other two. Damn it.
Cataranda isn't.
Maybe they'll surprise me.
She is a bad dragon.
Oh my. Oh, so that might well be the bit that opens up Ravane. It's like half of the map, though. That's going to be a whole other thing over there. We'll go do dinner first. Because that's not just going to be a little bit. That's going to be, we're exploring the whole other portion of Ravane. Ooh, to take with us. 7, 7, 8, 7. How about Nev? Come help him get revenge. And they work well together. Have a swig of his beverage. Treviso, Canal District. Does seem like a nice city. All the Antama side.
No one here to greet us.
They've gone to the villa without us. Come on.
Did Ilario even offer any bait? What's this party supposed to be for?
Viago's invitation said they would celebrate the new first talent and discuss the situation in Treviso. It doesn't matter what my cousin thinks he's doing. It ends now.
Oh, time to kill a rat.
Find Katerina.
Or imprison a
and
rat.
We'll have the perfect shot at Ilario.
So, we're paying a visit to your family home then?
We are, but we're not exactly on the guest list.
You don't think Ilario is expecting you? Just a little?
We'll take the rooftops to the villa. Stay out of sight as long as possible.
But there were some hints in yesterday's like visions going through Lucanus' stuff that maybe, just maybe, Ilario has some kind of altruistic motive. Maybe. But I don't reckon that'll pay off. Why is that guard just... Either he's setting the barrel, or he's very angry with it. He's about to be more so. Yoink! Oh, oh, oh.
That's got it.
Bonk. Ooh, can finally go and get this chest now, can I? In the rafters.
So we can't go straight to the house.
There's no way Ilario will let me through the door. He fears us. Good. He should.
Oh. Glad Spike's talking more. No, you're right. They don't, AJ. They don't. We'll see what the full picture is when we get down there. Where's that treasure chest? On the other side of these. Alright.
Rook, you see that tower with the circular window?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're going?
It's the quickest way there.
Fancy.
After you.
How far is it to Ilario's
Focus on
party?
rescuing the old grandmother, though.
It's, you know, across the grounds in the guest house.
Why does such a big house need a second house?
For guests.
Yes, my bonus house. Next to my mansion. Anything else hidden about here? Oh, hello. just giving us a shortcut back around. Nice. And if I find all the pickups and collectibles, I shouldn't have to come back.
We're under attack.
Oh, hello. It's alright, Spike, we'll get him.
The Venatori should be long gone. They hurt us. They will suffer. Your strength becomes mine.
Be a swine.
This cannot be.
I know, it helps a lot. I know exactly where all the secret passages are. That'd be a fun one in a D&D campaign. You take a player's house that they know and they've mapped out, then you have someone mess with it. Some kind of crazy mage to rearrange the rooms.
I don't think they're here to see the sights.
A level. Again, there aren't that many skills left that are really speaking to me in a huge way, but there was a strike ability one down here somewhere. Defeating an enemy with one gives me some rage back. That's okay. The armor one I'm not matching. Strike critting against enemies that are further away. Nothing's really tickling me pickle. What to do? Tilt all the pictures on the wall a couple of degrees, says AJ. You're an absolute hooligan. Criminal mastermind. How could you do this? It is something that, to be fair, can tilt me. Go downstairs and the picture's been knocked a little bit, just scooting it over, scooting it back. Not realising I've knocked it again as I've walked away. Oh, nightmare. Especially if it's a big old mansion thing like that up there. Hundreds of pictures. Take you months to find them all. Swap a couple pictures while you're at it. Speaking of fancy pictures. It's always an interesting thing in all video games. You have to think, the artists who spend the time making the pictures on the walls. At what point in the process, I wonder, when it's all modelled and textured out and they're just putting frames about? Do they then paint the frames? Do they do them beforehand? Just a little bit of game design I find interesting to consider. Yeah, like that.
Do you ever go anywhere in this town by the streets, or is it always through a window and across a clothesline?
The streets of Treviso get more dangerous by the day.
No, but the way the city seems set up, it must be difficult for normal people to get around. Most of our means of travel have been rooftop based. Yep. Ladder, says the game. Where? Up and outside then. Ah, yes. Let's see if we can go save Katerina then.
You know how this is going to end, right?
He will suffer for what he's done. That's the deal. Over there. That's Villa de la Morte.
Very nice.
Once we're through the tower, we just need to reach the river.
We're really taking a long way round, Lucanus. suppose if we don't want to get spotted. There's bird poo everywhere. Just back down to where I was. Yes. I think in the UK we just call those like a spirit level. But I know what you mean. The liquid in a on the tube with a thing you can line it up, make sure stuff's straight. Aye. I always find trying to mess with one of those still gets my OCD going. It's like, is it level? Is it not level? Can I trust what I'm reading? I'm losing it.
There, it's Rook.
Oh, hello.
Our God demands their heads. Kill them all and make an offering to Lucican. You will not rob us of this alliance.
Toy's accents seem to keep shifting. Let's get to the big demon shielding everybody. It's not really a flame-cloaked Magister, I'd say, game. That's more... I have become a demon.
Watch behind you.
Let's see if we can get a few. Bonk. Stop failing! Says the one at the back.
Alliance. Ilario, you idiot.
That's going to end badly.
For him.
No problem, HA. And I'm unsure if it's got other names around here as well. But we always have one out somewhere.
Damn about Ilario. It's Antiva they want.
Hi. How are we all doing? Very fascinating birds. Ooh. We've not really been using this one's pretty good. Even if it doesn't have both buffs yet, reducing defenses by 10% is very nice. Right. To the party. Didn't need those chairs though. No, it's very fair. As the years have gone on, the need to just... I just need a screwdriver for this thing. And different kinds, god damn it. It's come up more and more and more. Do a quick save, just in case anything too crazy goes down.
There, we can take that gondola.
Alright.
We go under the bridge.
We aren't going in through a sewer, are we?
No sewers in Treviso. The streets are barely above water as it is. There's a hidden escape route. That's our way inside. Over there. That's the entrance.
Okay.
Your house has a secret escape route, and Ilario didn't post a guard on it.
Ilario doesn't know it's here.
Ah, owning this place.
Didn't even tell me about it. I found it playing here alone as a boy.
Oh. Many rats.
What
the? Surprise! It's very fair, AJ. It pays to be prepared.
Let them into the house. Now I'll have to get the whole thing cleaned.
Hang on, Lucanus. There's a chest behind us, winding back the other way. Aye. Pretty sure at one point I worked for a company moderating their page that did so as well. People would get very upset about it online when the tools were not working properly. I imagine you had to deal with a fair amount of grief as a seller. It's up above me, that chest, isn't it? Not quite this way.
How much trouble can one old woman possibly be? It should have been back by now. Kill them for the glory of Winter Reborn!
On the job.
Oh, spoosh.
Katerina.
Katerina must be a difficult prisoner.
Hope we see Katerina just taking names. That'd be nice. Ooh. The Northern everywhere. The Northern, a small triangular loot, ubiquitous to those of a certain age across Antiva. More available than popular, sole desire was music in as many hands as possible. Oh, I like that. Get everyone on an instrument. Is that Antivan Crow Batman? Pretty cool design for the crow. Maybe it's depicting one of the very first crows.
And here we are.
It pays to give folks quality then. I'm glad you didn't have much trouble from it.
Home smells like dust and linseed oil. Don't say that when Katerina is in earshot.
At least him and Spite are happily talking about. Don't mind me just stealing from your home, Lucanus, but this chest is just here. Oh, it's yours! We're just stealing your clothes, that's fine. It's telling me there's another chest nearby. I imagine it's upper floor. House business. See that all matters relating to the accounts are sent from me. As much as we may wish for her guiding hand and not mine, I will not see my grandmother's house fall to ruin. Lario. Got a lot of fancy stuff in this house, Lucanus. Me! Well said, Lucanus. Bonk.
Done. Where are the next?
Ah, benefits of the job. Very nice. It's good quality stuff too, can last you a while. See that chest on there. Why won't you let me have it, game? Do you want me to... Odd. It wants me to cut round and about for it. Or... No! It's not my intention, Rook. I'm trying to scale the wall. No. I do see a door on the other side, so maybe it's just something we'll get to in a bit. Check the other side. Oh, it's the same on the other side. There's something over that one. rocking horse. Griffin. Folk art rocking griffin. Rocking griffins are popular with children who like to pretend to be wardens of old. This crude version is branded TR. Mark of an unknown but well-travelled self-taught maker. TR, eh? That's pretty impressive. I hope it continues to last for you then. It's a bold claim that anything can last more than your lifetime. Ooh. A little hat on a... not quite chess, but certainly invoking chess. Mask of the First House. Every crow house contributed a feather to this delicate mask, or so it is claimed. One feather, one house. It's been removed. A single drop of blood, marking the absence.
Hey.
Were you just chilling there by that chest this whole time? On the off chance someone came to get it? Ridiculous. Sneaky, but ridiculous.
They made themselves comfortable, but we'll get them out.
He wasn't comfortable there, Rook. He's literally hiding by a chest. Well, can I open this side door? Nay. Check the other side one more time, just in case. No, it must loop round later.
So you lived here?
Hilario and I
Whoa.
both did, until we were 18.
What about your parents?
Killed by a rival house. We would have ended up with Katerina anyway, to train.
No, it's a fair point. Imagine the hardest stuff is like going into heavy old stone. We've had to do here a few times. That can wear stuff out. But again, it's not like that comes up loads. Like, me and my dad worked to re-drill outside where we could put a new hose up because the old one was just buggered. Ended up drilling the wrong hole, so I had to re-drill them all. That took a while. Where's this memento I just picked up? Oh, game, don't do this to me. Don't know where it is. Crap. Oh well, we picked it up. That's what matters. That seems to be where we go. Well, why is the game directing me that way then? This is confusing. Oh, she is up. Okay, we can go in here then.
More trouble.
But Raging Mage? Well, demon friends.
No Venatori leave this house alive.
It's a very simple looking piano for such an ornate house, Lucanus. I imagine there's a story there. Ooh, is that the one you're wielding? Nay, not quite as good. Up and around then. See if we can get that other treasure chest. Number 1, the Mask of All Talents. A mask of vengeance. a mirror to the sorrow we screamed to the world. We revealed our talons and made their will known. Before contracts, killing was the message. So this must have been the other one we found, then we've just found masks. Symbol of how crows always make their point, if not the kill. Wardens drive the last blade, but ask Andorel's secretly severed tendons to whom the contract is owed. And we're crows and we kill people. Alright, game very much says go that way, so I'm going to go round instead. More house to explore. I swear to God. What guests are you waiting for to come to these corners? I mean, maybe you're just trying to... It feels like maybe the goal is to assassinate everyone at the party slowly as they wander through the house? They are all assassins. So trying to catch them off guard one by one seems ill-advised. Ah, see what you did there, AJ. A murder of crow. Hey, maybe that was the idea, you know, like the first pitch meeting in Dragon Age 1. So I want a name for this group of assassins. I like the name. And, you know, makes you wonder what came first. Feels like that must have come up in a writer's room somewhere. It's too good not to. And that just cuts through.
We have gone.
The library. Massive library.
It's not.
Yep, your fire will not avail you. 1, 2. That should do. I could have got away with the third. Bonk. Another mask. You've got crow masks all over the place. Mask of the Last Talon. This mask is itself a standing contract to be worn by the last crow. Stripped, sharp and golden is the last message the crows will send should Antiva fall. A mask that stabs your own face is like last stand? Surely last stand you want something a little comfier. Though things must be pretty grim at that point. Family tree. A long line of De La Morte family members. Lucanus' name has been crossed out and replaced with an angry scroll. Demon. Maybe Ilario literally just doesn't trust the demon thing and is scared. No excuse for everything he's done. But there we are. Beats it just being jealousy alone. Fear induced jealousy, mayhaps. He was jealous first, I suppose.
Hey.
Hello. Hey, hey.
On the job.
Ah, it did loop back around. Gimme. Oh, speaking of crow masks.
The family rooms are up ahead. First her, and then we find what we seek.
The power of the gods themselves is at our command, and we're thwarted by a door.
Like every D&D party one day, the doors always win.
Got it covered.
The door's been barred from the inside.
So, we bust down the door and get attacked, probably?
Which is why I'll go first.
I'm the one in plate armor, but fair enough. AJ. Seems to light up. Well, I've got my whole ass hammer.
Katerina. Lucanus. My poor.
Love how she was ready just to smack him on the back of the head.
We'll escort you someplace safe before we go after Ilario.
You'll do no such thing. There's no time for heroic nonsense.
There's always time for heroic
Nonsense
nonsense.
saved your grandson and is rescuing you now. I won't let Ilario do more damage.
Go. I'll meet you in the opera house.
Oh, she's like, no, we're going to fight him together.
She can keep herself safe.
Welcome to House de la Muerte, Rook.
It's a cheesy line, but I like it. Crow business. An old piece of correspondence recently crumbled. We will not bicker like children. Where a blade is poised to strike, we will press it through the vein. Where a goblet has been poured, we will lace it through with poison. The Talons will act as one on this matter, and Antiva will be free. In relation to what?
Do you have a plan to
Oh, it's a lovely view from the back of the manor. Look at, you've got that little courtyard.
I'm working on it. He is ours. He will not escape us.
I was thinking maybe there'd be like a bit of treasure or something hidden off to its side, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, there was. People got to stop leave treasure chests just out in their open, especially in your own backyard. Unless you're hoping that one day the hero of time or some other protagonist from a game is just going to stop by your house, rampage through your garden, break all your plant pots, and take the treasure chest you've so kindly left for them. Only in Antiva, AJ. Only in Antiva. Oh. The Opera House.
This is it. Get ready.
You have a plan now, right?
Surely we have to interrupt a song.
Katerina's death was a tragedy. But to get Lucanus back from the dead, only to lose him to
Oh, he's just making speeches to the crows in the house, not a performance.
for me.
Taya and Veilguard know he's full of shit. Oh, we've seen a few of these about as well in our questing.
And so, I take the mantle of First Talon with a heavy heart.
You're full of shit.
But the crows could rise from the ashes. With our new allies, the Venatori, we could reclaim and
Everyone's immediately like, what do you mean? The slavers? I don't think so.
over my dead body.
Oh, cheers.
We are aged.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! The other first crows don't need to... Or the other talons, rather. That he did. That he did.
Cannot overpower us both.
What, Lucanus? It's demon wings.
Now you fall.
I don't want to fight the other talons. We'll need them later.
Venatori, to me, honor your alliance. Now, the demon of Byzantium is here.
Excuse me, fellas.
Stay dead, Lucanus. All of this is on your head. You started this. I'm ending it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ilario. You're not a dragon. You don't have a bigger health pool.
This isn't
His. You're even using some Venatori sickles. You don't even get your own moveset. You suck, Ilario. You suck.
Just die when you were supposed to. Next time, all night.
That's a good line. Up. Yep, just ignore the ads. Take him down.
What are you waiting for, cousin? Finish what you start. I already did. What am I ever going to do that is worse than this? On your knees, in front of every house.
The humiliation.
Get up, Ilario.
Katerina, thank the Maker.
No one from House de la Morte kneels.
Mierda. What am I supposed to do with this idiot?
Christ. No. Don't play on my soft side. Ilario will be imprisoned. Or forgiven? Wait, neither of these is kill? Unforgivable.
He tried to kill you and got you imprisoned. He kidnapped the first Talon. And made a deal with the Venatori.
Too much to forgive. But he's still all I've got. Viago, lock him up.
You think you can put me away? That is not your decision, is it? Caterina is still first Talon.
Enough, Ilario. Lucanes is first Talon now.
Oh.
His decision stands.
You're lucky he didn't cut your throat.
He said he was like one of 8 kids and it was his last relative who wasn't cut down by their foes, so I understand not wanting to kill him.
Welcome home, my boy.
I'm glad she got through as well. I was disappointed at the start of the game when it was like she was just going to be killed off, but there we are.
A toast to the new first Talon.
To Lucanis!
Fitting that I'm wearing a crow outfit there as well. Oh, lovely coincidence. Now to sing opera for everyone. It's a lot of assassins. I suppose they don't get to hang out and meet up together that often. And a stabby poison sword. Fair enough. Hey Nev, feels a little awkward for us. We should probably leave. Doesn't seem to be all else in here though.
Shall we make a discreet exit?
There is no discreet. There is a whole crowd watching us. We just leave.
I'm ready, but are you sure? They're celebrating you.
I have other plans for the evening.
You're going to take Nev on a date? Please tell me you're going to take Nev on a date. I believe in you. Or make me food. That's fine too.
Really? You came all the way back here for coffee? The stuff in your villa wasn't good enough?
It's better if I make it myself. And I wanted some quiet.
Can't argue with that.
First Talon of the Crows, huh? Does that mean you'll be leaving us?
No. We have a contract. Besides, she may have stepped down, but there's no stopping Katerina from giving all the orders. I still cannot believe she did that.
You can't imagine such things would happen very often, so that wouldn't surprise me. How'd you feel about it, Bub?
Are you holding up okay? After, you know, Ilario and your grandmother and everything.
I wouldn't call it okay, exactly. Fucking Ilario.
Do you regret locking him up?
No. After everything he's done, the other houses probably want him dead.
Surprised it wasn't an option.
And Katerina, she may want him alive, but he'll probably wish otherwise. Meanwhile, he's too valuable to lose. He knows too much about Elgernon, the Venatori.
That's fair.
Whatever he can tell us about our target, I'll take it.
I hope it comes
I'm
up.
surprised you spared him at all, really.
So was I. But I don't have a lot to lose. What there is, Ilario, Katerina, Nev.
Oh.
This team. I'm not giving that up.
He would over some better coffee. Absolutely. Quest complete. A murder of crows. Oh, they did it themselves. As Ilario declared himself versatile and prepared to hand the crows over to the Venatori, Lucanus burst in and challenged him. The cousins battled it out before a triumphant audience of crows. While Lucanus stood triumphant, he ordered Ilario imprisoned. Ah, and that's his companion quest done. Blood runs thicker than wine. But it matters little when family so easily betrays each other. Out la morte will survive all. Your support has allowed Lucanus to face his inner demons and protect what matters most. I still feel like the whole plot line with Spite could have had a little more spice to it. But there we are. Demon of Defiance. Defiant and unrelenting, Lucanus gives no quarter to his targets, preying on their weakness and giving them no chance to recover. And his heroic armour has been unlocked. With expertise comes notoriety. The suit is reinforced in every place that counts, protecting against even the most unsuspecting strikes. Called it. Crow's Tenacity. Detonations versus knockdown enemies also deal stagger to all enemies, and stagger from detonation is increased by 50% for each enemy hit. Ooh, I think these are just going to be best in slot. See how it looks on him. Oh, very fancy. Wait, that's a recolor of the armor I got yesterday. God damn it. Mind you, though, this works way better for it than the blue and gold. The purple and silver works hugely better. It doesn't look garish by comparison. It doesn't look kind of tacky. This actually looks pretty cool. Getting leveled. Bam. Still prefer the stagger for now. Who's left? Ash had some armor. Dragons specifically. We are going to fight one next, so. And Bellara had a ring. Cooldown is best. It's for me. Mark all that tough. Thank goodness for transmog. All of it? Nope. One more. There we go. Be gone, markers. Bellara wishes to talk, and Davrin has something time limited. That one first. It worked out pretty well, HA. Well played, well played. Davrin?
Rook, up for a quick trip? I figured it'd be
Again?
good to check in with Epka. See how the wardens are doing.
Hope on the wing. That wasn't even marked as a quest. That was just one of those time-sensitive ones. Your labelling's confusing, game. Like, what's the difference with this one, then?
Oh, hey, Rook.
How are we getting on?
Working on.
Oh, it's part of that artifact, you know, from the ritual. I wanted to see how they did what they did, what it meant. Tried asking that thing, it won't tell me.
The knowledge of the great Anaris is...
A thing! At least I figured that out. How to make it go away, I mean. Damn it! We are getting through. To Syrian, he almost listened.
We just had to take the mask off him.
He was listening to you, Bellara. Because you're his sister.
He was my brother. My only brother. And just for a moment, he was my brother again. Then he wasn't. Then he was a person I might need to... I don't think I can, Rook. Do that.
Oof.
This stuff's never easy. and it never should be. You become a Naris when the hard choices don't hurt anymore.
I want to believe, to hope, that it won't come to that. And that we get through to him, somehow.
I really hope you're right.
We should deal with Venaris first. Easy.
Either way, we'll be able to find them.
How?
Oh, I didn't tell you. Right.
Bless it.
The artifact. Couldn't figure out how it did it. Made those demons, I mean. But I attuned its resonance, and I'll know where they are next time, before they finish. So we can stop them. However we have to.
Say well done.
Nicely
It's
done.
too heavy to say otherwise.
Well, thanks. It wasn't hard. Not compared to... well...
Don't want to give false hope. We'll try to save her, brother.
I should
but
get back. To work, I mean.
for that to work, he has to want to be saved.
Much time.
Or at the very least, under a mask of someone else. Maybe we'll find out. Again, the loose things with Ilario potentially having other motives turned out to be bollocks, so... Caretaker, how close are we?
I will answer.
About 950 from that max rank. Approaching the end, it feels. Alright, who else was there? Tash and Harding are having a chat. Emmerich and Never having a chat. We'll go have a quick eavesdrop. Then we'll take a bio break before continuing on with Ravane. How are we doing?
Okay. I was angry.
Uh-huh.
After talking to the Oracle, I was angry. I was angry at her for not being able to explain why I got this magic. And I was angry that I was angry.
I punch things when I get angry. Sometimes I yell. You can come and punch things and yell with me if you want.
Aww.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, let loose a little more, Harding.
Good.
Glad you've worked through it. You on this other side, Manfred? How about another game of rock, paper, scissors? You're 3 ahead of me, Manfred. God damn it. That's the 4th time he's beaten me. You don't try and coin the phrase Baroquisms. It rolls off the tongue too easily. It unnerves me. I'm pretty sure I just took it from someone else. I've certainly heard it before. No, actually up the stairs.
Sometimes you think you've got someone backed into a corner, and you find yourself there instead.
Speaking from experience?
Too much of it.
I'm sorry. And the advice is well taken.
Never even came to look at his upstairs bit. A telescope that looks more like a fantasy gun. A sci-fi gun. Not much to look at the moment, though. Right, let's head back to the centre. Now I'm noticing everyone's room's getting upgraded every time you complete another companion quest. It's nice. The Elven decor I'm liking a lot more than the Grey Warden one. And the Dwarven one was just a bit much. It was just a little bit much. It made me upset about the constant greatsword. Alright, I'm going to have a quick save of the game. There we go. I'm going to quickly tippity type into the chat for any folks who might come by. Tippity tap tap. There we go. Right, folks, stretch your legs, grab another beverage. I'll see you back here in a minute or two. Come along. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Just get my headset back on. Oi. Swig of the cold tea. Right. On to Ravane. I'd have to say very much the same. I understand the really hard pushback against the modern writing tendency. And again, it feels like that choice of direction or going for a younger audience might well be the cause of that. But again, the game's gone through a bit of a horrendous development cycle, which doesn't necessarily excuse things. All games tend to do so these days. But it certainly gives it my sympathy. And as someone who's loved the franchise so much, it still speaks to me. And even the worst reviews have said, those that got to the end of the game, have said the ending is the best part of the game, where there's a lot more, like, hard choices, things that come into it from earlier on. So I am very excited to see that. Oh, maybe it's not open the other way. We've voiced his grievances throughout. Like, I haven't been quiet about the things that have been disappointing or I wish were better. But overall, as you say, it's been enjoyable. It's just nice to be in the world of Thedas again. I hope they do more with it again one day. It'll be a long ways off, but I hope so.
Have you ever tracked down someone you didn't want to find?
Sure.
But if you didn't want to, why did you do it? What made it feel okay?
Oh.
It didn't, but it was the move I had to make.
How did you know?
Look, I wish I had an easy answer, but I don't.
Right. Sometimes things are just bad in every way.
Like every Dragon Age game, there'll always be loads of companion conversations you miss. Same with Baldur's Gate or anything like that. Hours of compilations on YouTube.
Sign of treasure here. Maybe in the wreckage nearby.
It's not a Tash-specific quest. Can't imagine they'll be upset that we'll get on with it. If Tash needs to be pulled in, they'll be brought in. As has happened with everyone else, as we've got that. Casually burning dragon treasure. Aye, and I think for me, it has been overall. And that's fine. To be fair, the Dragon Age series has very much been that the whole time. 1 is the most well regarded, but 2 and 3 absolutely have that. Like 2 at the time was hated. I think it's looked back way more favourably these days, which is fine. I enjoyed it, but folks really hated it back in the day. People forget. And Inquisition was really good, but it was just a bit too long and too MMO-y sometimes. Like, its biggest problem was its first, like, open world area was the Hinterlands, and they were massive. Like, truly massive. And there were so many little fetch quests to do, you just really got sick of it. And especially as a completionist like me, it was just this really big slog. And once you got through that point, it felt alright. And I like some of the story beats there, but 1 still holds up as probably the best one. I'd love to go back to it one day. There was a Steam sale for all of the franchise in anticipation for this coming out, where you could get 1, 2, and 3, which I'd only had on like the EA store, which goddamn, I'm not using their stupid launcher. And for all of them, it was like a $5. It was somewhat ridiculous. Very much worth it. They are all long though. It's not a quick escapade by any means. Ominous crow. Oh.
flew off with the treasure.
Oh no. We chase a crow for it. It's a good job I unlocked all the travel points.
How about a trade? A nice shiny coin for that dirty old treasure.
Nev, you cannot bargain with a crow or a magpie. They will just try and take both. Son of a gun. Why'd you have to fly off so far? Well, speaking of games in this genre, the Avowed game from Obsidian, which we said before, Fallout New Vegas and the Pillars of Eternity series. In that world, their Avowed game has had a load of previews. I just got around to watching a few more. Seems like that's going over really well. Very excited for that. Again, it will just be a matter of it might well come after Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is going to be a behemoth to play. Avowed can come thereafter. RPGs, I also feel, benefit most from some time for patches. Especially if the off chance of some save breaking or quest breaking. You know, as good as Baldur's Gate 3 was, the launch version compared to where it's at now is almost night and... Well, not night and day, that's maybe unfair. But there's a lot of good changes that have come through in that time and a lot of quality of life stuff. They announced the other day they're doing... I think I was speaking to Dark Eyes about it before. They've added 12 new subclasses. A load of other stuff. Cross-play. Alright. Hand it over. It's a fair point, AJ. I lived in a flat with a load of friends. There was one of the UFC games, I think it was, that we ended up playing a little bit. To make a custom character and give them custom movesets. Had some fun with that. I wasn't great at it, but it was fun.
Maybe the beach where Tash lured in the Vinsula.
Alright, just round the corner. Oh, that's Tash, as expected. Alright, who are we taking with us then? Nev or Bellara? Who's lower down? You're mostly through at 7. Nev then. Stealing from the wrong dragon's hoard leads to a lot of fortune to the shocking end. Oh yes, the traitor, that scumbag fella. Wonder if that Dragon King's going to show up, or if there's going to be another bit of the... Hello! It's the same model as the undead one, but the colour palette's nice. Shame you're going to use... You're the third dragon to use this lightning move set. So I hope you do something fancy, but I'm not betting on it. Again, speaking of the bits that are disappointing, those necessary cut corners. Although, to be fair, that's a criticism I've had of pretty much all the Dragon Age games, is the big, like, even Dragon Age 1, its dragons all pretty much fought the same. Most of them were the exact same model. AJ, I felt EA were moving away from it. We know, what are they called? 2K have just, like, discontinued their launcher. It seems everyone's realised you make way more money if you just put the game out on Steam. Nobody wants to deal with, like... I never really minded them loads, but at some point, maybe... 5-6 years ago, you needed... Like, between Ubisoft, EA, 2K, Rockstar... Even Battle.net's one of the better ones, but even so... You ended up with so many bloody launchers, it was ridiculous. exactly, and people love Skyrim. I completely agree there. I was very critical of Skyrim when it first came out. People got very upset with me at college. Alright, you're going to jump off to the side. You're going to do the scream. And they do look and sound impressive. But, yep, then you're going to shoot the lightning again. I can't even reach it, Nev. Neither can Tash. They can't jump their way up there. Maybe you do a big old lightning storm, though. See, that animation was awesome the first time. Oh, you've lit up the whole ground. Maybe get out of the water. Oh, it was just hurting me. Okay, that was different. I'll take a little bit of different. Oh, and it gave you a barrier as well. Still. You always wish for more. Don't stand on the water. Ow! I missed!
Not enough rage.
Need to charge up more. Nope! Hold still, goddammit. I feel like playing as a rogue or a mage, they wouldn't have the problem I have. Oh, wasn't worth it. Give me those weak points. We cannot stay in the water. We cannot stay in the water. Neither of these have a heal. Oh, it dropped right in the middle of it all. Big damage. That was nice. Let me out. Oh, I just mistimed it. Oh, I 100% agree. Absolutely biased towards lightning, though, to be fair. Come on, Nev. Keep bopping it in the snoot. Mistimed me dodge. Stop. So every debuff seems to be a damage over time, which is aggravating. You're gonna charge up a shield again, aren't you? Hey.
Now it's your turn. All set.
One, two, bonk. Ah, bonk's back. Come on. Gently sidestepped. Oh, goodbye, Tash. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Give me those legs. Big old charge going. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm not. I'm really not. Oh, bad timing. I'm gonna go down.
Good fight. Good fight. We We just took down Deathstorm the Storm Rider. We are drinking for free tonight.
Huzzah!
And there's treasure caught in her scales. Huh.
Yep. Storm Riders carry around bits of their hoard. I think maybe they get worried when it's not with them.
Aww. I like all the bits they know about dragon lore. Someone who gets very nerdy about that in any fantasy game. I appreciate it. Unyielding stone. Unique amulet. It's immovable at the start of combat. It lasts 300% longer. And you cannot dodge while it's active. I'm good. I don't need unmovable. I thought black dragons were acid breath. It was green dragons that were poison in D&D. Either way, both very dangerous. With Katarina the Storm Rider finally defeated, Rivaini's ships can sail safely again, and the storied treasure has been claimed. But still no way across this bit, right? Let's teleport over and have a glance. It's alright. One of my main villains in the start of my D&D campaign was a young black dragon. And then a villain I never got to in that campaign was an ancient black dragon who just happened. Spoilers for anyone from my old D&D campaign who may end up watching this, just so you're aware. But one of the villagers in their little sanctuary that they'd made, like, you know, a player home base, the village they basically helped and saved, one of them was an ancient black dragon that was plotting a great many things, alas. I have to be right sometimes, AJ. Right, before we go back to the lighthouse then, let's quickly nip to the wetlands to check on them with Davrin. Because this is just a conversation quest as far as I'm aware.
Okay, let's run some more practice.
Frame rate does not like this area when we load into it.
Antoine keeps listening for something. With the blight.
Well, I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Nah, Anton will be alright. We'll figure it out.
Let me know if I can help.
It's fair play, AJ. I just don't want to sound like I'm pushing my glasses in. Actually, black dragon. You know what I mean? Davrin checks in with Veilguard on the state of the wardens in Hosberg and learns her thoughts on the griffins.
Evka, any word out of the deep roads?
Not yet. We're kicking at rocks looking for Isaiah. Anyone who knows anything about...
Griffins? Aerials of the Grey Wardens? They went extinct during the Exalted Age.
Child, look, there's a griffin right there.
Says hello.
That sounded more like he's hungry.
Just his way of saying he likes you.
Or he'd like you to feed him.
Can I ride him?
Let's give him a few years to grow. How's his training, Davrin?
Better than I hoped. We're starting to see eye to eye. Hoping it'll make it easier with his brothers and sisters when we find them.
I'll bear it in mind, Bob. I can't imagine I'll get the opportunity to do so very often.
Can't wait to have them with us. After Weishaupt, the Wardens need hope. Something real, something pure.
Just look at that pure face.
Having the Griffins at our side would be like old friends coming home.
They weren't always treated like friends.
I know. What Isaiah did won't be forgotten.
What happened?
Let's just say the Wardens didn't always take good care of them.
A mistake will never repeat. Asan and the others will be treated like respected warriors.
To be fair, you inject the blight into most Grey Wardens. Bring the snacks.
It's going to take a lot of bribery. Better stock up on their snacks.
I can feed them.
We might just take you up on that.
And my dad can forge griffin armor.
Ooh.
Hear that, Asan? You'll always have a home with us.
A little
Let me
head
know how it
bob.
goes finding the rest of the flock or pride or.
That's a
How
good point.
about Feather Brigade. We'll stay in touch.
Collective words for mythological creatures. I'm sure there's some debate over. Never heard one for a griffin.
In lavender, he's usually restless.
Let's have a gander. Anything open up after that? There's still this chest here. This area must have to get unblighted for me to get that chest. Otherwise, I'm just an idiot and haven't figured out how to actually access it. It's time, though. Right, we still can't do the other one in Ravani. Something's gonna have to happen there. Back to the lighthouse for now. You watch, I'm gonna go back and 12 more companion quests just gonna immediately pop. No, just a conversation. That's alright, we could go and have that. A troop of griffins, you say? Could be, could be. Ooh, defeating Katarina. Rook and Tash. I can't believe you defeated Kataranda herself. Kataranda, not Katarina. As soon as we stole her treasure, she was on our ship like deep stalkers on a nug. I tried my hexing spell, but it turns out dragons do not give one lyrium-infused crap about magical curses. I went overboard, washed up on the beach, and spent a week trying to get inland while dodging lightning like a seer who sassed a pride demon. Isabella says I'm lucky I didn't end up with a scorch mark like Alphared. Can't believe I let him talk me into this. Hopefully it's the last time I take an ugly job because of a cute ass. Next time you drop by the hill, ask for Fabs. That's how most people know me here. Drinks from me, Sawyer of the Lords. Glad to be of service. Just trying to think, how do you mix pride and flock? I mean, troop kind of fits that. You'll figure it out, Asad. You'll tell us one. Oh, we booped a beak. Very cute, Rook. Very cute. Conversations on the houses on either side. That scream come from?
Sounds like Ailey is in league with Elgarnon.
Could be. Picked up some of his tricks, at least.
It's like tracking a ghoul back to the nest and finding an archdemon. The day just got a lot harder.
And then tracking the archdemon to a god.
I haven't had much interaction between you two. I need to take you out together on a mission sometime. Although, actually, now that I think about it, I need to take Lucanus and Nev out on more missions together.
This smells amazing. Does all coffee smell like this? Or just the stuff you make?
Coffee has a distinct aroma, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry. It was really rare where I grew up. And expensive.
Don't get her addicted.
Is it really a good idea having another coffee addict round here?
It's not really addictive, is it?
Yes.
Tell us, Lucanus. Is it really addictive?
You know I
No worries, AJ. Take care of yourself, bub, and have a lovely weekend.
What do you think?
Thanks for stopping by. And keep me company.
It's... delicious.
Oh, no. Don't believe you, Harding. You don't have to like it because he's made it.
Selling it, Harding.
Hey, I've known some liars, and I am definitely not it.
Mm-hmm.
And this stuff, it's good. It's warm.
You'll like tea. That's the
I
answer.
won't be upset if you don't like coffee.
He really wouldn't.
I know, but sorry. It's just this thing I do sometimes.
Acting so people will like you?
It sounds terrible when you say it like that. I know I don't need to do it. I just do.
We're on a jovial streak.
Sounds really healthy when you put it that way.
You must have been pretty tiny as a child.
Where'd that come from?
A tiny dwarven girl in a land of large human farmers.
Oh, yeah. I probably learned pretty quick that things worked out better if people liked me. If they agreed with me, or I agreed with them.
Some people like cream or sugar in their coffee.
Maybe coffee just isn't my thing.
Aye. Where's a cup of tea? God damn it, Lucanus. Could do with a tea maker. Lara and Emmerich. How are we doing?
So?
Yes, indeed.
Elves came from spirits.
An incredible revelation of what happened thousands of years ago.
Oh, they're nerding out over
I
it.
asked Davern what he thought, and he just shrugged.
Hmm?
He would.
I really wish that conversation kept going. They were so into it. Oh, goodness. Alright, that's everybody. Let's go see what we can do with the Veil Jumpers and put a rescue party together.
Venatori are gathering deep in the forest. They've brought the Dalish with them.
Not long till the sacrifices start then.
We did kill Gilleneen's archdemon. The gods will want more power, and fast.
That won't happen on our watch. We can save these people.
You know the gods best, Rook. The Veil Jumpers are ready. Just give the word.
I'll go get Nev. She deals with Venatori the most.
Good point. We know where the Dalish are, and we know what we have to do. Let's do it.
Then
Lara and Nev quest them.
And pray that fate is on our side.
Price of the Past. Quest acquired. Blood of Arlathan. Ah, now this is one of those quests. This is one of those quests that said make sure you do all your other side stuff first. Oh, it's separate. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to Docktown, then back to the lighthouse, and I'm going to make sure that no side quests pop up. Because this is one of those turning points. There were 4 quests that were big turning points. Hey, some conversations abound, but no other quests. Big leap, Rook.
Hey, Davern. We gonna talk about Weishaupt?
That's heavy, Tash.
Not by choice.
What the crap was that archdemon? You all said it was a dragon.
I don't know.
I joined up to fight dragons, not whatever that was. Had too many heads.
It did.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what the gods are doing. All I know is that Gilleneen is still alive. A lot of wardens aren't.
Oh. We'll kick her ass next time.
Thanks, Tosh.
I think the next one was Harding's room. Yes.
Your
How are we
warden
doing?
Contacts, Evka and Antoine. They came through in a pinch. Where'd you meet them, anyway?
It was the Deep Roads. They were there on warden business. Varric and I were after Solus. We didn't tell them at the time, of course. But you survive a Deep Stalker attack together, and you make fast friends.
The Deep Stalkers aren't that rough, Harding. Although when you're in the Deep Roads, they're a lot worse. Because there's just way more of them. Memory serves. I need to check out Lucanus's place as well. Oh, it looks like he's put some Venet... No, that's my daily stuff.
I must say, of all our theories throughout the ages, no one...
Oh, they are continuing it.
ancient
Excellent.
elves came from spirits was very likely.
Wait, the Mornwatch knew?
Not at all. It was only one proposition amongst thousands, and not well credited.
You could write a paper for the Watchers, or both of us could.
Aww.
What a wonderful idea. Though we'll have some difficulty citing our sources.
Right, I guess Solus's memories are technically a diary?
I believe in you two. You'll figure it out. And your room hasn't got any fancier.
Or my mind. I'm not sure I properly thanked you for bringing me out of there.
Oh, you're welcome. It's nice. But yeah, it just looks like he's got more pots stocked. More food. See, he hasn't had to go all lavish for himself. No disregard to the others who've done so. Just interesting. Right. It looks as though nothing else has come up. So unless on any of these nodes something has. Nay. Nay again. And everyone's getting there on like their respect level, allied strength, that's it. Not quite full though. Need them to be full. Still more to be discovered in a lot of places. But we're pushing it now. Well, let's go save those elves. Again, I thought the whole thing with them was going to be tracking down the gods. Oof. Two do not work well together. But I can detonate the weakened, so it's okay. Odd that Nev is required when Balara's the one who... that's most in with the Dalish. Oh, hello. They all rocking up.
Well? They're waiting for something. There's talk of a sacrifice.
Do they mean the clan? They mean the clan, don't they?
Well, the tracks suggest the captives are on the other side of the clearing. You'll have to go through the crowd.
We're going through them? Won't they notice?
Not if you look like them.
Oh.
I found you some disguises.
Can't imagine that's going to work super well for us.
Oh, that doesn't smell good. Oh, it's sticky.
Hmm?
Why is it sticky?
I'm glad we brought her.
Hopefully.
Uh,
Make sure you split up. You don't want to draw attention.
Nev, I need you with me. You know the Venatori best. And you're probably the only one who can convince them you belong there.
All the more reason we don't let Balara go off on her own.
And we'll be your entourage.
We'll try to keep the escape routes clear. Get the Dalish and get out of there. And please, try not to stand out.
Surely the Venatori are going to know who we are by our faces alone. Frame rate does not like this area. Is that just me or is it chugging?
But it's safer to move in small groups.
Hopefully it'll even out as we go. It's a fancy looking place.
I thought I saw someone in the trees. Strife and the Veil Jumpers.
The others, maybe. You don't see Strife unless he wants you to.
More bits and bobs. Big bit of water as well. Said this bit was a crater though. The ruins fall in after it? Very curious. I see you, sneaky chest. What do we got? Longsword.
This robe feels weird, and I can't move my arms properly.
We'll wear them as long as we don't have to fight.
Hello, hello, hello. More bits and bobs. More bits and bobs off the hidden track. Find more bits and bobs. I might have to end up... I'm going to have to be careful selling valuables rather than doing it in a batch. I want to max everyone out. It feels like maybe I have to consider that or go around and buy a load at shopkeepers. Brief message. Taywin, leaving you to pack up the rest of the gear. Sunny is not doing well. Shouldn't have let him drink from the lake. I knew there was something off with the water. Finish your observations and get back to camp. Neil. Something wrong with the lake, eh? It's in the middle of ruins, in the middle of a crater. For a load of crazy magic and blood magic. Probably not doing that well. Oh, hello.
You're going to bleed the Dalish deer.
That's a holla. Why are they killing it? Poor thing.
We can't do anything that'll draw attention to ourselves.
Then heed us. Rook, we don't have to watch this. It won't be pretty.
Can we go? Please.
We'll come back and we will kill them all.
Why did they do that? I hate this. And them.
Did you come from the rapids?
Byrantia. There's a few of us here. We moved from Ventus.
Wait a minute. That was the mayor of Demeter's Crossing.
The god's hold on him was stronger than he knew.
God.
I knew it.
Damn it.
We should have left him to die.
Glory to the risen gods. They come to deliver this world.
Let's go back. Well, he was like a festering pile of like covered in vines and all kinds of crap. Well, consequences of kindness. Crumpled note. Boys, I found a bunch of missing things in the ruins. Stuff the Dalish missed. You can feel lingering magic in some of it. Heard you headed back to the city for Templar business. Count on you to get the shit out of here before others find it. You know, some of them will just want to worship it or something. But I'd rather line my pockets. So they got Templars working for them too. I get the opportunity to kill the mayor now. We will do so. Second chances are one thing. Third's bloody pushing it. Especially when that's where you end up.
We live in exciting times, my friend. They've returned.
There are so many of them.
Tevinter will fall.
Like, why are we wearing kind of like neutral outfits? Neutral roguey outfits. Nev's the only one kind of in something vaguely venatory. Bloody slavers.
Why, if it isn't Aurelin Vera, does your father know you're here?
Please, he disinherit me. The old fool needs to die. That magisterium seat should be mine.
They say as they prance around. Excuse me, pardon me.
This whole place makes my skin crawl.
Right. It feels just wrong.
What do you think Rook's like in person? Do you think they smell nice?
What is wrong with you? And have you forgotten which side you're on?
No. I mean, think about if we could turn them. Riding beside a Rook at the head of Tevinter's vast armies.
Keep your voice down.
Hmm? Very silly.
Who are you? We're not expecting dwarves.
My associate, from the Carter.
Oh, well covered.
This is very irregular.
He's curious about the talk of a Tevinter rebirth. Business thrives when all parties have confidence in the future. Don't you agree? Now tell me, Where are the risen gods? I promised my friend a spectacle.
Gods? But only the Lord Elgarnon is here, and he is still preparing.
Useless. Out of my way. It's Elgarnon, not Gillenane like we expected.
That was impressive.
They expect strength and power from someone like me.
A mage.
Specifically, a human mage.
Show them what they expect, and you don't get questions. But as I was saying, Gillenane's not here. It's just Elgarnon.
Just be careful. He's the.
Elgarnon might be here, but
don't know enough about him.
But he will, you know.
In terms of how he reacts with us.
Sacrifices.
We'll worry about that when we have to.
Then let's keep moving for now.
Are you hearing that?
Hear that?
Yep, thanks, Rook. It's less of an infiltration and more just walking in. Oh no.
I see you. I know how you suffer. Come to me, and I will ease your soul.
There it is again. Buttery snide.
In my head.
Tempting with evil.
Gods have returned. Give yourself to me and be seated at my side when the Imperium rises again.
He's making promises. Tempting me.
Oh, hey, team.
Not like that. Never like that.
We all just snuck in, did we? Why aren't we all wearing phase masks? Tash, I gotta say, like, there's not many Kunaris with a big old green horn. You're really standing out. At least Asan isn't here with Davrin, you know? That would be the biggest giveaway. Feels good that they're still with us, though.
You have mourned the loss of your dragon gods. From beyond the veil, I heard your lament and have come to deliver you from desolation. Dragon of night, I break your chains. Hear my voice and rise.
Oh, hello. You're a big one. Fancy crest.
Elgarnon, once called Lucicon, and I have returned.
The Archdemon is already fueling him.
Your Tevinter crumbles under its own weight. I
Oh no.
can restore it. All you must do is obey me, worship me, love
Brooke's eyes.
me, and kneel.
I know this magic. It's old.
Everyone, eye rolling.
It's too strong.
She's trying.
We've got this.
Up between the two of them.
I'm trying to conceal us. He'll know someone broke his hold.
Luke Alice in the back.
Balara bought us some time, but we have to go. Now.
I mean, surely we could have disrobed later, but alright.
Venatori, there are uninvited guests among you. Bring them to me.
Nope.
He's sending the cult after us.
But Elgarnon is right there. Shouldn't we try?
No. We can't touch him now that his Archdemon's in play. I won't risk Dalish lives.
I agree with you, Rook. I didn't want to fight it. Maybe we fight it after we rescue them. It'll be fine. You swine. Everybody explode. Oh, I just missed it. I am empowered. I kind of use that too close to him. It just buggers it up. I really suck at however it wants me to kind of guard and parry. At least their head's squishy.
Hitting us from range.
There we go.
Took them down clean.
I don't know, I got stabbed a few times, but I wouldn't necessarily call it clean. Bits and bobs about. Oh, the dragon's just about. It'd be weirder if it wasn't after that showing.
Look there, the archdemon.
Chonky dragon.
Maybe we avoid its attention.
I mean, it's right there. We're not going to be avoiding its attention if we're fighting just down the road.
Something's ready. End it now.
More weave.
I want the interlopers at my feet. Your continued failure is a disappointment to your god.
Back down now.
What happens when they don't give him what he wants?
Bonk. It's down this way. A broken ladder and not much. Excuse me, coming through. Crystals to burst. Okay. Probably should have waited to do that. Because it's... Oh, you summoned some dark spawn, isn't that nice? There we go, nice big old clump. he's just too far away. Nah, I couldn't dodge it all, could you? There you go. Still want to get that loot in the back. Means breaking more of the stuff. Ooh. Or it just means dropping down and in.
Is that archdemon coming or what?
It doesn't seem to be yet.
It's not loads more. And I don't think this is factoring the defense bonus. But it's not big. If it was like a few hundred, maybe.
Might make Elganon more cautious.
Don't know if I need to put you anywhere. Oh, yep, there we go. Boop. Nah, all necessary.
Got company.
Should have gone around and done the shortcut first. Okay. Ow. And get a big old group swing. Beautiful. Everybody get rocked. Oh, I missed.
Well, that's done.
There you go. Am I missing one? Ah, there you are. Got less in there with you, or? No, that's alright. It's just to be got from there. Don't need to drop down. Right, onwards. Not sneakily off to the side there. No, we're good.
Those are Dalish arrows. Looks like Strife and the others have our backs.
That'll take some of the pressure off. We have to use this chance to get to the prisoners.
I killed a couple. A few more.
Over there. That cage. I think that's where the Dalish are being held.
Right. Let's do
Seems likely. We'll get him out.
You, intruder, have defiled my temple and spurned the gifts I offer. You could have had a place of honor as my disciple.
We're good. Goddamn villains who can just talk in your head from anywhere. Right, so it is down this way. Just check the other side. Seems clear. And I'm all stocked up, so that's all good. A fancy artifact Boamios Balara is delightful in how it comes together.
This way. We have to be quick before the Venatori catch up.
One of their weird golem things.
Send for reinforcements!
Through the gate.
What about this clear enemy? It's just gonna wake up any second now.
Made it through that one.
Okay. I guess it's gonna try and attack us in a wee bit then.
Shit.
Well, that sucks.
Damn it. Shut tight. And the locking mechanism is on the other side.
So you're saying we're stuck?
There has to be another way out.
Rook, let's go.
We're stuck. Gate's shut and we can't open it from here.
Leave it to us. Let's stay alive. There's Venatori headed your way.
Kill him!
How's it looking?
It looks like overcome.
Let's go. There you go. Boop.
Tell me we're close to getting this thing open.
We're getting there.
There's an entire Venatori army coming for us.
Save my ult from the big one wakes up. Ow. Big damage.
We're getting closer.
Really, are you sure you can open this? We said we would.
Come on, wake up already. Ah!
What's that thing?
Robbed. Continuity again. We've already fought like 3 of these Rook. My cooldowns are really bloody quick nowadays. Ow, ow. tanky beggar. The two of you deal with that one, please.
Let's do this again.
There you go. Good night, big fella.
My job's done.
Oh, that's an animation.
Beat the odds there.
Come on.
Well, that's good.
Well done, team.
We'll keep as many off you as we can. Go get the Dalish.
Sure. Right as I check where yous were. Because you don't pick up treasure for me, do you? Or maybe you did. How did you get in there? Ominous.
Your fight is futile. My Venatori are legion. Surrender, and I may yet show mercy.
Always a lie. Straight up. Especially when one so is moustache twirlingly villainous. Which leads me to believe, what was the game where where it was Dreadwolf, where Solus was the main villain and not a pseudo villain and ally stuck in our head? Was it just finding difficulty in executing on that? Is that why the change in direction was necessary? What could have been? Would we have gotten sick of Solus? Is that part of it? Damaged journal of an Arlathan veil jumper. Most of the writing is now illegible, but it seems to detail the veil jumper's exploration of the ancient temple. Of particular interest is the following. Found a passage that took me to the top of the structure. Incredible view. Need to spend more time exploring. Oh, is that where that treasure chest is up there? I'm assuming. Did I miss something over here, or something I'm going to wind back round to? Feels like if it's going to be something I need to find it sooner rather than later. No dice. Doesn't look like there's a way up. Perhaps we'll come back round and through. We have pretty much every other time. Just taunting me. Sat there in the center. Mistakes were made. Goodbye, chest.
Wait.
We'll never see you again.
This feels off.
Oh, this isn't good. We weren't here a minute ago.
The fade? That feels very much Dragon Age 1 fade with all the green. No map.
Come on! We need to find a path through. We still need to think of the Dalish.
So that is what you're after. The Elven have been chosen to serve a glorious purpose.
Oh, don't you flashbang me the whole time.
Okay, this is very not good.
Oh, don't you Lost Woods me.
He's found this.
And she's got us trapped. The longer we stay here, the more danger we're in.
Shit. There's Blight here. It wasn't Blight before.
You cannot stand against me. Every action of yours is futile. My power grows even now.
No.
Come on.
Insist if you like. I have an eternity to spare.
The Dalish need help, and we're losing precious time going around in circles.
Oh, right in the crotch. And then to the face.
Nice shot.
Wasn't a shot, it was a slam. Oh, that
Maybe
weird
now the
statue
Dalish is
again.
all right. What if Elganon sends Venatori to...
One thing at a time. Let's focus on getting out.
Please stop flash banging me.
Can you hear me?
Oh, hi, Solus.
Solus?
It is Fade adjacent, so maybe he can help.
I thought I just heard Solus.
You are correct. Elganon's magic has thinned the veil, allowing me to speak to you directly.
Solus, we need your help.
Then I am pleased that for once, I can offer some assistance. If you can rescue the elves, Elganon is mine to face.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Elganon! Lathalin! Ma banal avanuris! Masalin Algalana!
Didn't need to get that. Let's keep moving. Solus is going to distract Elganon.
I had a weird sense of deja vu. You know when that happens sometimes?
You have no power here.
Problem is, that's impossible for a game I've never played.
That's good.
As long as it keeps him off us.
Oh, blight pustules to pop.
So, the Dread Wolf has arrived to defend his pawn.
Your cruelty forced my hand.
100 generations and still the same refrain.
Again you have caged our people, and again I will set them free.
But you are always stubborn, Fen Harel. Insubordinate, unmanageable, even by Mithel's reckoning.
You have lost the right to speak her name.
So have you really, Solus?
Veilguard Fen Harel.
The only reason Mithal joined you was that she knew the monster you would become if left unchecked. She thought to temper your brutish ego. Instead, you betrayed her, murdered her.
Only the first time, Dread Wolf.
Hey, you okay?
I can hear them in my head.
Oh, speaking of Mafal. You aimed in the wrong direction there, friend. Quite poorly. Very bad for you.
Your struggle is pointless, and your faith in the Dread Wolf is misplaced. Give up. Save yourself. Save your friends.
Old god garbage.
I think this is it. I think we're through.
Hey, the chest!
You should be near where you need to be. With luck, you can still save the elves.
Look it is then. It's not. There's another one back the other way. I'm going back for it. Oh! There might not be any going back for it. No, invisible wall. Game says no. Well, crap.
And there. The Dalish.
Another of those crystals. Break it and the cage should open.
There it is.
Behind you. What?
The cruelty is nothing new. Then what has happened to the vaunted brilliant mind of Elgarnan the Mighty? Blight has left you blunt and slow. A monster, not a mastermind. You used to be a challenging opponent.
Ooh, sassy Solus.
You saw me as an opponent. To me, you were an irritation, a fly buzzing ceaselessly.
I must speak to you in this tongue. It seems Elven is beyond your grasp.
As much as freedom is beyond yours.
Rook? Rook!
What? Who are you talking to? Sorry, they're very loud.
I like hearing them talk, though. Ancient gods arguing. It's fun stuff.
Kill them! We cannot bear Lord Elgarnan. We're not all...
Once the Blight is free, it will rule this world, and you will be its attack dog. You will burn this world at its command, as Andrul did at yours, and you will leave only ruin behind you.
This world is ruined already. Your veil destroyed it.
You could heal it. You have the strength to repair the damage without using the Blight.
Oh, wrong one.
Games for the mortals, dread wolf. The blight is
Ow, ow, ow.
and it will take more than your tricks to get me to lay it down. Your whining comes from envy, Fenharel, but it does not have to be so. There is a place for you at my side in a new, glorious empire.
But it will not have Eluvians, will it? Junei built them, and now he is dead. Our great cities came from Sileis, our deepest mysteries from Dirthaman.
I will restore it all. Their achievements will not be lost.
You were a bully who ruled over what others had built, and now the others are gone. Who do you have left? Gillenane? You cannot rebuild the world by stitching together monsters.
It's nice having him bounce off foes. Yeah, I think Solus is absolutely one of the highlights. We're getting you out. Let me just open this loot.
You saved us.
Yep, get moving. There's a dragon.
Time to get out of here.
I can guide you to one of my old hideouts. You can use it to make your escape.
It's still kind of chilling at the arena.
The ward still in place there will shield you all from Elgarnan's sight.
Solus, thank you. Let's go! Let's go! Run! Run!
Did the dragon just couldn't be asked the whole time?
Being a Venatori, it was their duty to secure the sacrifices. It was their duty to ensure the ritual went perfectly. But despite all their efforts, Elgarnan was disappointed. The cult would do anything to please their gods. The cult would give anything to atone. Anything.
Nom 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 nom.
It really is tough, being a Venatori.
The narration was always like Varys just mocking them the whole time. And back to the lighthouse.
We'd lost all hope, and then...
And then you swooped in out of nowhere to save us.
He would have killed us to feed his dragon.
Indeed. Masaranis, Lethalin.
It was a team effort.
It often is. Some fights can't be won alone. Celebrate the victories as they come. They're rare enough.
And tomorrow, we'll have to deal with another archdemon.
And it will have regained its strength. Elgarnan sacrificed his own Venatori to it. A punishment for their failures.
No, Varric just told us.
The Venatori who escaped scurried back to Deventer. The Veil Jumpers will fight our own battles against the gods. Any help you can offer would be appreciated.
Help me! Again, I thought we were tracking down the gods with them, but that's not the case. Part 10, The Blood of Arlathan, said the achievement pop-up. Team rushed to Arlathan Forest to save Dalish elves from Venatori's sacrifice. There they witnessed Elganon awaken his dragon Thrall, Lusakan, once worshipped as the old god of night. Dalish blood would have been spilled to restore the dragon at full strength, but with Solus's help, Elganon's plan was thwarted. With his captures lost, Elganon was forced to sacrifice his own cultists to his dragon.
Might be a good time to see what Solus thinks of all this.
Probably. I'm getting them to pop up a little more, but there's nothing crazy here that speaks to me anymore. Sometimes get flaming weapons to happen, so maybe we go this way. Ooh, some stuff for the elven people. Veilguard report to the Arlathan crater. Site of an ancient temple dedicated to Elganon. Its symbols are everywhere. Interesting inscriptions have been sent for study. Strong, lingering magic that feels tightly controlled, like water behind a dam. Wards somewhere. Managed to climb one of the floating towers. Seems stable. Might collapse if magic decays or wards are disrupted. Erlin's reports feeling disturbed on drawing close to the lake shore. Further observation needed. He did kind of pull his archdemon from the lake. Ilara's notes. Translated some inscriptions. Full translation attached. On a reference to a thing called Elganon's Pride resting in a place of honour. A weapon? A magical artifact? Temple was stripped of its valuables by Deventer mages long ago. Elganon's Pride, whatever it is, probably long gone. Volunteering for next expedition. I want to poke at the wards and see what is disturbing the lake. It feels like the dragon was the answer there, sleeping at the bottom, given he pulled it from the water. The shadow dragons, the elven gods in Deventer, found on a fallen Venatori. Why should we feel shame for following an elven god? Yes, our old gods were elven, and I say to you, so what? We've always known the elves possessed magical aptitudes surpassing even some of our altars. Their deficiencies lie not in their natural ability, but in their failure to recognize it and bring it to its fullest potential. Think on it. After the loss of their leaders, the Elven Empire fell. All of their magic could not forestall their ruin, and Tevinter took what was left and worked miracles. Now, upon his return, Elganon seeks out the Venatori, not the Dalish or any other elves. Raw power is worthless if not used artfully. Our Lord Elganon understands this, and he honours the Venatori by choosing us. Remember that. This is insulting, right? I should be insulted. Ilara. You should be. Nev. 100%. And then the idiot's got eaten by a dragon. Nev's Kanos. Elganon. One moment, chat. I'll be right back. I think I just heard someone shouting. And we're back. It's alright. It was a yell, but it wasn't for me, and nobody were in danger, so we're alright. Right, I think we'll read up the rest of these notes, clear out the lighthouse, talk to Solus. We'll call the stream thereafter. Right. Let's case notes, Elganon. What do we know? Daly's tells tale of how Elganon overthrew the sun. Lara says details differ depending on the clan. Told one way, Elganon sought vengeance against the sun for burning the earth. What a wild thing. In Bel's clan, Elganon struck down the sun to bring the first night. Either way, being the sun gave him control over day and night. Pardon me. Give me a moment. There's always a little truth buried in legends, but never enough. The real story, or what we've put together? Elganon was the greatest elven general. He led them to victory in their wars, then declared himself god and king. That's the control angle, but it wasn't enough. He bound a dragon to himself and used the blight to take even more power. He was a tyrant who subjugated his followers, mind and body, demanding love and perfect obedience. And now he's back. Great. Alright, that's that cleared. Points for Belara. Got you using the heal, don't I? Yes. And Emmerich, you've got some points too. You have that. It's the bell tolls. You get both of those going at once. Strange. Adding as well. Let's see. Bonus healing or thirst is a bigger bump. More overtime. Ooh, and a cleanse. Can be very useful. Some of those dots have been nasty, but we've been alright thus far. They are out as markers. There you go. On a rune. Stagger all enemies within 6 meters and 10% to stagger. No, not that one. I wanted the stagger one, because that's what we do. People are having a natter. I imagine anything that pops up will do so once I've spoken to Solus. Alright. We're all down there on the other side. I'll be right with you, Solus. I want to see what they're nattering on.
You don't sleep much, do you?
You want to talk?
More than you, but little enough. Still looking over everything on Aelia.
Oh, come on, you two, work it out.
I'm awake anyway.
Maybe.
I have to sleep
If
here.
you don't mind the company. It comes with wisps.
He doesn't, Nev.
Wisps are nothing. Besides, you're better company than Spite.
Really? Rumor has it I'm a pain in the ass, but that's if you ask Tarquin.
You two, keep it going. Work it out.
I'm sorry your brother has an elf
Joining
god
book
in
club,
his-
Tash? No.
Sort of. Thanks.
Serious situation.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't make it anyone else's problem.
That's Vashadan.
What?
It means garbage.
Okay. Yes, context clues help there. But what do you mean, garbage?
He's your brother. He's family. Nobody twists you up like family. Your head's twisted up enough already. So don't do it alone. Let us help with your brother.
Thank you. That's... I don't know what to say. It's very nice.
Absolutely right.
Twisted up. That... Huh. Yeah.
Bless. I think the other one was in Davrin's room. Hey, there they are.
what a terrible form of immortality has fallen upon Essaya.
Yeah, is it like your lich stuff?
Essaya should have died ages ago, warden or not.
Why does the blight kill most people it touches, yet infuse a few with this dreadful vitality?
No idea. If I ever go bad like that, have Taj breathe on me. Go out in a blaze.
Bit grim. Bit grim. Yes, burn me alive if you can't bring me down. Right, let's go have a natter with Solus. I suppose we could swing by Varric on the way there. We're not taking you to a better healer yet.
You've got allies from Rivain to Navarra now. If the enemy makes a move, they'll see it.
Fair point. Feels like he's got dialogue just backed up and I should be running in here more often, but when it's the one line every time, I love Varric. It's just, I don't know. It still just feels like a decision was made that he was going to get taken out of commission permanently, and they just went back on it. Let's see how it fares with Solus, though. Flashback.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
Alright.
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
Let me guess. You tried to tell them what they were getting wrong, and they didn't believe you.
There are few things that frustrate me as much as ignorance. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm
Oh,
of
my
dreams.
beard's shiny for some reason.
I'll have to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
Oh,
I'll have to take your word for that.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant.
But it misclicked.
I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your
We can
team,
get away with missing one.
I was wrong.
You have earned the respect of the Dreadwolf.
I appreciate you saying that. Couldn't have been easy.
The only thing worse than being wrong is realizing it, but being afraid to change. Elganon's pride is no greater than mine, but he denies any failure on his part, and I at least try to acknowledge my mistakes.
Sometimes, Solus.
Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable.
It's not like we could get to a point where they all hated me.
Centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
I think the game has just crashed. Yep, it has. A DirectX one. The video card has been physically removed from the system. No, it hasn't. That might bugger the recording like it did last time. I hope it does not. Let me see if I can get us up again quickly and where it's left me. Always worry with RPGs. Worst case scenario, you load one back up after a crash and your save data is somehow gone. That's the second time we've had a crash. Weird that it was mid-dialogue. The first time it happened, it was just picking random stuff up. We've streamed longer than this on Dragon Age before, though, so time spent doesn't seem to be the indicator. It just gave up on the graphics, judging by what popped up. I do prefer this manner of loading and verifying stuff beforehand to avoid excessive loading screens in a game. Notice Monster Hunter Wilds did it as well. Saw Space Marine 2 do something similar. It helps. A little more difficult in situations like this where we're rebooting up. I just hope the footage is fine. I know I'm only making shorts with them at the moment, but having it all saved somewhere is, well, will hopefully be useful in the long run.
The Danish prisoners.
Oh, that's very useful. The autosave was there. Okay, now we can ask the other side of the questions.
You said you found the...
It is...
Let me get...
After that...
And the Fade is the realm of...
Yes. Though we...
Steady now. There we go. New stuff.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I
Silver
needed
linings.
to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The way the two of you argued, it didn't feel like enemies. It felt like family.
How so?
Family knows you better than anyone, and that can be good or bad.
I had not thought of it that way. But yes, we had centuries to stoke the fires of our hatred. I saw his rise to tyranny coming, and could not stop it. And he saw me disrupt his plans for dominion time and time again.
All right. I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked.
You know, flashback Solus, you've had those moments.
No one to remind him that he could be wrong.
You had that other dude to remind you, though.
And I suppose I had you.
We would have had a hard time getting out of there without your help.
I did not spend this long preparing you only to lose you to Elganon's machinations. No, I am sorry. That was poorly said. You have earned better from me.
Thank you.
Okay.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident
Right,
child
back on track.
who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure which line was the cut-off, so I'm just being patient with it.
Couldn't have been easy.
The only thing worse than being wrong is realizing it, but being afraid to change. Elganon's pride is no greater than mine, but he denies any failure on his part, and I at least try to acknowledge my mistakes. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
Tried to. I know plenty of people who are romancing you, though.
What about the Inquisitor? Does he not count as a friend?
He does. One of several I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. There was also Cole, a spirit of compassion I helped adapt to our world.
He was the only one who knew who I really was.
Oh?
I miss him a great deal.
Don't remember that.
Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be. Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling.
Aye, that's true.
I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganan and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganan's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so.
Okay.
You must be ready for whatever comes. For this world and for the team that trusts you.
That feels point of no
I know
return-ish.
that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganan's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganan's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
Hi, Varric.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens, and it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
We killed those two other dragons.
The tide's in your favor. It turns right back.
Okay. We always knew this was going to be hard, right? And yeah, maybe it's a little harder now. More than a little. But either we stop this, or all of Thedas falls. So we see it through. All the way. Because no one else is going to.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got
The
allies
Veil Jumpers were
everywhere
meant to help us find them. I thought that was the whole point.
Did the Veil Jumpers find any traces of where Elganan and his archdemon went?
No. Venatori started swarming the area right after we left, and they had
God
to
damn
leave.
it.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And food. About half are remaining provisions. Enough to feed the Antam navy.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanis?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
Okie dokie.
We've got options for what we do next. Figuring out where the
Let's
Antam
have.
are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Ooh.
Right. With everything he's been doing in the south, we owe him an update.
I'll let him know.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up. And be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
And then another flag for what might well be the last one when we get to them. Oh, book club. Notes for our second book club meeting. Attending Valara, Nev, Harding, Emmerich, and Lucanis. Ooh! The book, Mistress of the Scarlet Moon by Irian Cestes, chosen by Harding. Notes taken by Valara. Harding felt the archery scenes were very unrealistic, spent 7 minutes demonstrating that the shots described were completely impossible, and broke 3 lamps. Emmerich thought the protagonist made very realistic decisions, felt that the number of songs in the book was excessive. Valara, me, lost copy of the book halfway through reading it, was still able to guess the plot twist correctly. Nev commented the book made her hungry, elaborated that it was not the blood. Lucanis felt the book accurately conveyed the boring parts of being an assassin, did not enjoy the book. Dice rolled. Lucanis picks the next one. Man, I just wish we could be a fly on the wall and see that scene actually play out. I was in the Misk section. Read from the Evanuris. Today, in coordinated strikes along the eastern coast, agents of Fen'Harel liberated slaves bound to Endoril. Slaves had their life force cruelly bound to magical wards that were supposedly set to defend our island against enemies from across the sea, which were in fact being siphoned for Endoril's personal empowerment. These slaves are now free, covering their strength in safety. People of Arlathan, the Evanuris would have you believe that such suffering is necessary, that your only worth is in service, and that they must bind you to protect you from the outside aggression. They are lying. You are the strength of Arlathan, not then. When you see the truth and are ready, call to Fen'Harel, you will break your shackles. It's more of Solus's past stuff then. And about the free slaves from Felasan. We got more word from the warding slights. Many dead, far more than casualties we inflicted. The story being spread is that we killed everyone. Endoril's servants made examples of a few and claim the Dreadwolf is trying to weaken Arlathan by attacking servants and destroying the wards. It's hard to tell what people really believe now. I know you're likely berating yourself reading this. Remember the faces of the people we saved. Can't control what the Evanuris do. And yes, we have to keep playing up the Dreadwolf. People need someone they believe is strong enough to protect them, or they'll never join us. Don't worry, I promise to mock you viciously if you ever start believing those stories yourself. I don't know with how he's been sometimes, especially in those flashbacks we've seen. Been pretty ruthless. Have a glance at the map. Everybody got quests to do. Got towns of Maine. New quests in the wetlands. New quests in the necropolis. Forest is clear. Quests there. That old quest there, and that clear. Feels like this might well be the last set of stuff. Let me go around and do the rounds chatting with everyone. Then we'll be ready for setting off next time. Letter from the Hosberg Wetlands. Rook, we've continued to study changing the blight. Our latest findings are interesting and disturbing. Can't let this spread continue. We'll catch you up next time you're in the wetlands, Antoine. Hopefully that means we can clear them. Checking with Tash. How we doing? Dragon King time?
Hey, I got word from my mother. She wants to talk.
Oh boy.
Have you talked with her since?
Nope, not since I told her I was non-binary. But her note said she wanted to talk about that tablet we found, the old Kunari one. Of course that's what she wants to talk about. We can go whenever you're good.
Sure thing.
You know.
Feels like that quest's just going to wrap up when we fight that Dragon King individual. Yep, there it is. That's not subtle at all. My room is the wrong room. Not Emmerich and your old friend.
Mana, hello. I assume Veilguard's not far.
We have her, Rook. We have her. We
Oh.
know exactly what she's planning.
The professor asked us to research the artifact that came into the possession of Johanna Hezenkos.
She carries a gloaming lantern.
You just appeared behind me.
That bad as it sounds?
They were fashioned in ages past by unscrupulous necromancers. The lanterns steal and concentrate life.
I kinda knew that.
Johanna could use it to leech life from hundreds at a time. An endless source of power.
A lantern that sucks the life out of people.
They're very
Grab the
souls.
lantern.
But we know where Johanna will be.
Manfred, terrified.
She has returned to Blackthorn Manor.
Hezenkos intends to hold a soiree.
Oh.
That can't be her whole plan.
No, but I propose a small group infiltrate Johanna's lair while she's distracted and destroy her lantern.
Let's do it.
Vorgoth and I must return to the necropolis.
Hunt well.
If only we could make Johanna see reason.
I don't think we can, Emmerich.
Tried before. She seems stubborn.
Perhaps that's why she attained immortality, while I quake on the threshold. When if I make my own bid for lichdom. Oh, it's no use pretending this hasn't stirred up that old dread of my own mortality.
I think that's pretty
Could
healthy.
also be having a normal reaction to facing danger every other day.
No, it shouldn't be this crushing, this prevalent.
It's a big
Johanna
fear.
was never beset by these sort of fears.
Little fear's healthy. You'll feel better once we crash her lair and destroy that lantern. Promise.
To the next.
Oh, that's not good. Not even a little bit. Rook, we have to go.
Oh,
we
no.
might already be too late.
Slow down. What's happening?
The artifact. Remember how I told you that I know if they started another ritual?
How smug it is.
They did, and it's big. Really, really big. Arlathan big, maybe.
Oh no.
You sure?
Completely. Nothing else explains that resonance.
Okay. So how do we stop that from happening?
I don't know. Hope the ritual's just started? We might be able to stop it if they haven't gotten very far.
And if they've had the chance?
These rituals need an anchor with a physical body, so not a spirit or whatever Anaris is, which means Syrian. And there's only one way to free an anchor.
Then let's not waste any time.
Feels urgent. I can't imagine they put like a time constraint on the order you do things. But I will try to remember come Monday that that should be the first one to do.
Rook, I've compiled the last reports from an informant. You remember our talk with Rana? She had a lead on Alia's location. A place called Sanctum Lucican.
A lost Tevinter temple, right? Does this mean you found it?
I'm pretty damn sure.
Alia can't hide anymore.
Maybe, but getting to her won't be easy.
So where is this place?
The Mirathus Catacombs, an underground temple to the god of night. It was sealed off and forgotten under a derelict building outside the Thread Market. I've had an eye on the catacombs. Alia's haunted them before, but they span the city, endless twists, hidden passages. It's too much to sweep alone. Thanks to Rana's information, I was able to drop the right hints, ask the right questions. Now we've got a sanctum.
Alia's gonna have a bad day.
Fingers crossed. Ducktown's on edge. People are missing. The Threads are putting up a fight against Alia's followers, but they can't last forever. Alia's a powerful blood mage now. If I let her finish the ritual, no more chances.
So, what's our next move?
Meet at the Swan, put the last pieces in place after that. We'll see.
How crazy would it be if you did, like, the order of these companion quests had consequences? Like, if I went and did Nevs before Belara's or vice versa, the other ritual would complete and result in, you know, bad things happening. There would be that, like, time stuff in games, and that trade-off can be really frustrating. It just depends how well the payoff's handled, I suppose. I don't imagine that's going to be the case here, but it's interesting to think about.
We may have freed the Dalish, but Elgarnon will only let so much slip through his grasp. And that dragon, mierda. I've had enough of dragons.
Nah. More dragons, Lucanus. Always more dragons. Yeah, I imagine Davrin has found the Gloomhowler.
Rook, Evka and Antoine sent word. A warden's arrived at Lavendel with news. He might have a lead on Isaiah.
Then we've got to get to Lavendel.
Agreed. Thanks.
We'll have Rook going room to room. Yes, we'll go sort this immediately. Yes, we'll go sort your thing immediately. Everyone goes for, like, dinner or breakfast. So glad we're going to do my thing. What do you mean? Getting Harding wants a chat. I'm glad I checked. Oh, steady.
Hey, just thought I'd check in, see how you're doing.
I'm all right, I think. Thanks.
Wish I understood more about the Titans and how we all fit together.
No one does. I don't. I don't think the Oracle did either. When all you have are broken shards, how are you supposed to figure out what they used to be? I think I just need some time to think and sort things out.
You can talk to your friends about it. I hear that helps.
It's already helping. You checking on me, I mean. I still remember every moment of it. Suffocating under the weight of the Titan's pain. I couldn't see a way past it. And all I wanted was for the rest of the world to suffer too. And then everyone was there. And that's when I knew we'd be okay. That I'd be okay.
You needed a little push, but this battle was yours. You fought and you won.
You helped me remember who I was. Not some Titan, but just Lace Harding. And you believed in me. Enough to risk everything. I'll never forget that, so don't you forget it either.
Oh, we're all being soppy sods.
You know, I think about Solus sometimes. He's been trapped by his mistakes for eons. When you're blinded by sorrow and pain, you need someone to help you past it. But he's too proud for that. He believes he's alone, even when he doesn't have to be.
He'll never ask for help, but that doesn't mean we can't offer it anyway. Do you think he can be helped?
That's the
The
question.
Inquisitor and Solus were friends. I know he wants his friend back. He's reached out. All Solus has to do is take the offered hand.
I mean, he's trapped in the
simplest
Fade,
thing,
but...
And yet, no one's beyond help, Rook. No one. I have to believe it. Or none of this matters.
Heavyweight. Rook's just like, damn, yep. Returning to the stone. Harding's thoughts scribbled in the margins of her journal. They say we return to the stone after death. In Orzammar, only those laid to rest with the proper rites get to return to the stone, and the privilege of a good burial reserved for the upper castes. No luck for the casteless or surfacers, rejected by the stone, they say. But I'm a surfacer. The stone, whatever it is, hasn't rejected me. But if we do return to the stone, every single one of us, why can't I sense the others that have passed? That'd probably be a bit much, Harding. Every dwarf who's died just suddenly, oh, I can sense them now. Be way too much. A wardened future. There's never been a lot of writing about what happens after the last archdemon falls. It was lifetimes away for the wardens before us, and our lives are shorter than most. I didn't think about it either. It's sad in a way. People couldn't imagine a day it would end, or that things would have been a chance to get better. That was a break between the last bad thing and the next. Chance for Faders to recover for longer this time. Given all we've seen, maybe it is that more now than we know. Light's changed, so stopping archdemons won't end our work. Maybe that should still feel sad, but it doesn't. There's a world here to fight for, and we can win. An excerpt from Evka's journal. Small blue flower is pressed alongside it. How did I get a hold of this? Alright, quick glance at the map. Cleared for now. So I think with that, I will save the game. We'll call it there for the evening. Gone on a little longer, but there was a lot to see. As I said earlier, feels like we're really getting to the end game now. With that said, thank you very much for watching. Those of you who've come along live and those who'll watch later, cheers for giving me your time. Enjoyed yourselves, hit that like button for me. Push the content through the algorithm so more folks can join us in this community, enjoy some games and stories together. Subscribe for more content here on the channel. We're on the weekdays at 9 AM UK time with World of Warcraft, 6 PM in the evenings with other games, and with a bit more of Dragon Age to go. And you can find playlists to all the other stuff we've already covered right here on the channel to binge to your heart's content. So until next time folks, much love, take care, have yourselves a lovely weekend, and bye bye.